welcome back to my channel. So today I'm very excited because we're going to film with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. This will be my first time playing with this, so I'm really excited. So we're going to open her up. I've already swatched, so the pans are a little bit messy, but look how gorgeous. Look how pretty it is. Just look at it. Just like take a minute. Alright, now we can move on. There's something in my eyeball. Alright, I think I got it. Moving on. I am not really sure what I'm gonna do because I have so much inspiration from this palette. I don't know what to do. But I think we are going to start out with the shade, oop, touch something, Minty, right there. It's like a really light kind of turquoisey color. And we're going to start putting that up in our crease. Not even in the crease, like above the crease. That's going to be our transition. Ooh. So this is kind of a first impressions for me. Well, no, it's definitely first impressions for me because I haven't used this yet. So at the end of the video, I will be giving my final thoughts on what I think of the palette. We're just gonna kind of build this color up. A little bit of kickback in the pan, but I'm not super concerned with fallout considering I do my eyes first. And I'm not seeing any fallout on the skin, just a little bit in the pan, and I probably just pressed too hard. Alright, so since it is a very light blue, you can't see it too well, but for how light it is very pretty. Next, we're going to take a fluffy brush and go into, we're going to use Blue Blood next. That one, look at the little crown. It's so cute. I'm really trying not to drop it because, as y'all know, I have a tendency to drop things. I'm trying not to do that today. So we're going to make this our second transition color and just kind of start blending that underneath Minty. I've been so excited for this palette. A really good friend of mine got it for me for my birthday. And it came in, I think, sometime last week. But neither of us were really free to meet up until this Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, yesterday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, so we met on Tuesday. Because she lives an hour away from me. So I made the trip to go spend some time with her, which was super fun. I don't really get to go out and spend time with friends much. Oh, that is so pretty. Alright, so lastly, for the crease, we're going to take a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush, and we're going to go into the shade Flourishing, right there. And this is going to be what goes in our crease. When swatching the colors, this shade did feel and swatch a bit more dry than the rest. So I'm curious to see how that transfers to the eyes, but so far I'm not really seeing any issues with it. They're blending together absolutely flawlessly, like so pretty. We're just gonna keep deepening up the crease. And then we'll go back into our other shades and blend everything together. So far, no fallout on the face. Just a little bit of like fluff on the pan. But again, That really doesn't bother me. Oh, and yes, I did dye my hair blue specifically for the Blue Blood palette. And now my brows are blue as well. So that's super fun. I'm going to take Blue Blood a little bit higher up. Just because Minty is so light. There we go. I like that. Alright, so next, if I can find the brush, where is it? Oh, there it is. We're going to take some concealer. We're going to take our little flat crease cutting brush. That's what it is. I'm running out of concealer again. And it's funny because I never use concealer for my face. Like, I always just use concealer for setting my eye, or like priming my eyes and for doing cut creases. Right, so we're gonna make our line, look up. I haven't decided yet if I want this to be just a simple half cut crease or a more dramatic cut crease. Just gonna fill in that bit of the lid with the concealer. Alright, what I think I'm gonna do is take a little bit of a packing brush, and we're going to go into the shade Cremated. Right here, it's one of the darker shades in the palette. I'm going to pack that right on the outer part of the eye. Alright, so next, we're going to take our little domed flat brush, spray it with some setting spray, and go into Cullinan, the white shimmer right there. And we're going to put that right on the lid. We're going to try and leave a little bit of space above it. Oh, that's pretty. And then what we're going to do is, if I can find the brush I need, not it. Is that it? Nope, not it. Oh my goodness. Can't find the brush. Does anybody else have, like, the issue with their brushes just running away, or is that just me? Sometimes I feel like that's just me. Oh, looks like I'm just gonna have to settle for the brush I did not want. We're gonna take an angled flat brush. I was gonna take a curved flat brush, but that didn't want to work because I don't know where that brush is right now. And we're going to go into Ocean Ice. Look how gorgeous that is in the light. We're gonna do this very carefully because the shade does have fallout because it is so like glittery. And we're going to put that right above Cullinan. I think I'm going to use a smaller brush for this because it's making me nervous. I'm going to take a tiny little detail brush. Maybe that'll work better. We're just going to use that to draw a line right there. And then we'll go back into our little packing brush into cremated. And just kind of go back in to make sure that it's like still there. And then we'll go back and blend the colors together again. Alright, there's that side. I'm going to go do the other side in my face and I'll be back. Alright, now that we have our face done, we're going to move on to the lower lash line. I do have a little bit of excess powder down just in case of any fallout, because I haven't used this palette before again, so I'm not sure, but I am sure that I have cat hairs on my face. Ugh. Okie dokie. Uh-oh. So I think what we're going to do first is take cremated, the darkest shade that we used, and pack that right up against the lower lash line. We're going to only go halfway into the eye. The same on the other side. And then next, we're going to go into flourishing. And smoke that out. I think what I'm going to do is do a few videos with this palette right off. And I'll do, you know, this blue dramatic look, and then the next look I do will be more of a look using the kind of neutral colors in the palette. I think that could be cool. Alright, we're gonna go into Blue Blood and drag that down a little further. And lastly, we're gonna go into Minty. Just a little. I love a good smoked out lower lash line. I think it just makes the look. Oh my gosh. So who else watches Game of Thrones? Because we got 5 days. 5 days until the new season premieres. And I'm so excited. I might scream. We finally got my sister caught up. So she is ready. Well, I don't think any of us are actually, like, ready, but she's there. She's caught up. We're excited. Alright, so next, we're going to take our little flat brush, go into Cullinan. I think that's how you pronounce it. And we're just going to swoop that onto the lower lash line in the inner half. It's like literally such a pigmented white shimmer. I can't get over it. It's so pretty. I do love that Jeffree always like includes kind of a really light shimmer in his palettes because I love using that on the lower lash line. Alrighty. I think that is all we're going to do with the palette, so let's finish up the eyes with our L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Also, I believe a new episode of The Act is out today. So, excited to watch that. New episode of The Voice was up yesterday. I watched all of this on Hulu, so I kind of have to wait a minute. But, how are we all feeling about the battles on The Voice? How do we feel about the people competing this season? Who are your favorites? I don't think I have a favorite yet, honestly. It usually takes me about halfway into the battles to really pick a favorite. So I'm still waiting to find somebody to label. That's the one. Alright. We're gonna take our black pencil liner and take that just as far as we took that dark blue Deceased. Oh. And halfway across the upper waterline. And then we'll take our NYX white pencil liner and put this on the inner half of the lower waterline. Just to really open the eyes up. There we go. What's next? What's next? What's next? I want to use the Cullinan shade for highlight, but I really don't want to hit pan on it super early, and when I start loving a highlighter, that's what happens, especially if it's an eyeshadow. So I'm going to go into my Platinum Ice Pro palette, and I'm going to use Ice Cold. Gonna take our smaller brush and do our more detailed spots. Bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow. Just under the brow bone. Alright, lipstick. I don't know what lipstick I want to use. I think I might just kind of go neutral and let the eyes have their own moment. Let me see if this one works. This is Christmas Cookie from Jeffree Star. I was wearing the Too Faced lip injections to kind of plump my lips up a little bit. I like that. Kind of goes with the more peachy tones in the palette. Alright, I'm going to go pop on some lashes, and then I'll be back to show you guys the final look. Alright, so I popped on my Purely Or lashes. These are in style F02, I believe. You can get them from Amazon. But there is the finished look. How do we like it? I personally love it. Final thoughts on the Blue Blood palette. Absolutely amazing. I adore it. Probably going to use it for a month straight and never be able to put it down. But yeah, that was my first impression tutorial-ish thingamajigger on the new Blue Blood palette. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload a new video, and I hope everybody has a good day. Bye!